I don't have a good introduction, so just roll the music. What's up, my Nimrods? It's Gage, and today we're back with another episode of Overhyped History, the series where I like to take a look back at cards that were severely overhyped by the community and then just instantly flopped upon release, saw no really meta play, and just was unnecessarily hyped. Today's card, we don't look back too far, but we look back maybe about a year or two ago, and we're looking at a card, Forge of the True Dracos, which was a card released in a card that was actually released in the Breakers of Shadows Special Edition. So that's not too far away. That's like beginning of 2016. And this was a card that was super hyped up from the community. Everybody thought this card was going to be nuts. It just shouldn't exist, people said. And have you heard of this card? If your answer is no, that's not really surprising because this card literally saw no play upon its release. Despite all the hype from the community and all the talk about it and all the buzz, it just did nothing. It was a common card, and people were shocked that it was common in the first place as well. Let's just take a look at what the card does to see why people were talking so highly about it. Forge of the True Dracos is a normal spell card with the effect of, if a Draco Slayer monster that is not a Pendulum monster and a Dracoverlord monster are on the field, shuffle as many cards on the field as possible into the deck. Then you can special summon one Draco Slayer or a Dracoverlord monster from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. Now in today's game, that might not seem too good because nobody plays any of the Draco Lords or the Dracoverlord dudes anymore, but to really understand why this card was so hyped up, we have to take a look back at the meta back then and really when this was timed to be released. This card was actually announced back when Draco Pal format was at its peak. We had cards like Draco Face Off still at 3 at the time, which was probably one of the best cards during Pendulum format just ever. Just read the card, it's fucking insane. And I believe we still had a card Luster Pendulum still at 3 at the time, or even if it was at 1, it had such synergy with Draco Face Off where it just didn't matter that there was only one playable. We had really easy access to cards like Vector with the same card as well. And we also had a card, Lecter, Draco Slayer dude, that was along the way. We also had Ignister back at that time, and all the other Draco Slayer non-Pendulum dudes were also played a lot. Then the Fusion guy was especially well for protecting scales against Wavering Eyes and such. So really fitting this requirement didn't seem too difficult back in the day, and a lot of people really expected this card to just dunk on people. Like, it sounds so good on paper. But that's just the thing. If we look at this card in a vacuum, shuffling all cards into the deck, that really sucks for not only you, but your opponent. And we really have to balance exactly how much it sucks for both players at that point. And despite the overwhelming possibilities of just removing everything from the field and just starting from scratch pretty much, the fact that this card hurts your own board just as much too, and it requires the setup on the same turn, is really what brought this card down. Because you really have to look at it at the standpoint where, okay, I have to go through the process of setting my scales, summoning these dudes, making an Ignister or one of the other guys, while also having Vector on the field, and then I can wipe the board. You're leaving yourself actually minus like 4 cards at that point, minus 3 if you activated like Draco Face Off to get like the Vector for free or something like that. So you lose all your board advantage and you probably have not much cards left to work with afterwards. And sure, you get to special summon Draco Slayer or a Dracoverlord from your deck, but there really wasn't a lot of options back then. I think we did have Masterpiece, not the good Masterpiece. We had a different Masterpiece that was actually announced to be released in the same set, but even that really didn't make the card worth playing because you still didn't have a field, where Pendulums were just the most crucial point of the format. Being able to stick a board and continuously use those resources, starting back from square one, was an awful setback. And in a vacuum, the card seems really fucking good, but on paper, in real life, like we saw, cards saw no play. It just wasn't good enough to cut the mustard. Let me know what you guys think of Forge of the True Dracos and why you think it fell short. That's just kind of my synopsis about it, but I'd like to hear what you guys think.
That's all, folks.
If you guys liked the video, be sure to like the video, thumbs up the video, express you enjoyed the video. Pack winner, that's you. Shoot me a PM. If you don't live in the US, don't shoot me a private message. I can't ship your pack overseas. I'm sorry. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. Please do subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification button too if you want to be part of the subscriber squad. You'll truly be a Nimrod at that point. Watching my subpar Yu-Gi-Oh content when it releases. That being said, I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another video. Thanks for watching, guys. Nim signing out.